Hi.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wild Board Game Wednesdays. Got MangoTownMatt, MangoTownTravis here. 2 mangoes, 1 room, about to get crazy. Now, tonight we are going to be playing Othello, which is like Go for children. Now, somewhat. For those of you who are not super
play
familiar
the rules
with Othello or Go. Now, the history of Othello is basically that you see the first mention in 1883, 2 British men arguing over who had really created the game, hence how we end up with this switching back and forth. Because I created it. No, you didn't. I created it. A classic British dilemma, if ever there were one, besides maybe just holding your tongue in public. But I digress. The first official mentions of the game come in 1886, and I don't think that we really saw it start to show up in America and other places such as Japan until the 1900s. I've played a little bit of Othello, not a ton. The basic, as I'm sure you can see with the rules, the basic premise is when someone places down a piece, if it's black, white, and then you place a black piece on the other side of the white piece, it changes the white piece to black, but it gets more complicated than that, and you will see why that is. I'm about ready when you are, Travis.
Yeah, you win the game by having the most colored pieces at the end.
Yes, indeed you do. All right. So what's been going on in the life of Travis?
Not much. Got all my... I don't know. I got everything done I needed to today.
Uh-huh.
Did I fall asleep?
Yes. Yeah, there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, what was it, though? It'll come to me. All in good time.
The anticipation.
Ooh, killing me. Tell you what now. Now, I don't know about you, Travis, but do the pieces almost look like they kind of slant a little bit? If you stare at the board.
They have a little light indentation on them, I guess.
Oh, that might be what it is then.
Upper left, they have a little shine on them.
Ooh, little shine. Little shine. Indeed they do. always good to get that edge. If you're able to.
Actually, I don't know the rule on that. I mean, I know the people generally place them down on the middle before they.
Yeah.
I know, but I think it's more the corners than anything.
I mean, I think there are certainly some situations where it makes a lot of sense to move towards the edge if you can.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Hooey. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Luke Cage soundtrack for season 2.
Yeah, it's good.
I would love to live somewhere where I could just turn on the radio and there was like a reggae channel. I mean, I know we live in the day and age of satellite radio and streaming on the internet. Excellent. I just shot myself in the foot a little bit there. We'll see, I suppose.
I'm running out of pieces, though.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, snuck on in there.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about the fact that you see what's going on with like Trump and Merkel at the NATO summit? How he's like, "You're under Russian control. You get all your energy from Russia." And she's like, "I remember what it's like to be under Soviet occupation." And he's just like,
I just haven't paid attention to it.
Nah, I try not to pay too much attention to it. You know, it would be great. Mangoes didn't have a pit in the middle. It's just all mango flesh. Wow.
Could you just get like chopped up mangoes?
Yeah, probably. Probably pay a good bit of money for those, though. Oh, oh. Yeah, it definitely gets more complicated the further you go, but you may just be able to pull off a crumb back. Did I tell you, who did Alma and I go see? Alma and I went and saw Andrea Bocelli in the spring. She's a pretty famous opera singer. And we're sitting there waiting for the show to start. And they're showing this like movie preview. And we're like, that's weird. Why would they be showing a movie preview about a little blind kid at an opera concert? And then we both realized that he's totally blind and neither one of us had any idea. Probably like the only two people in that stadium. Ooh! Killing it, Mr. Travis.
Well, the more you have on the board,
yeah,
the more opportunities you have to like get them all taken.
Definitely.
So it's kind of a weird balance of like,
it's tough.
I want to get more units on the board, but I don't want to get them all taken all at once either. There's a anti-Othello.
Yeah.
Anti-Reversi. Oh. That's where I was going to go, but your move kind of messed that up.
Yes, indeed. I sure did, didn't it? Trying to mess your life up, Travis. No, I'm just playing. You my boy.
So it's just the winning conditions are reversed if you have the least amount of units.
I could be good at that. I'm generally pretty good at losing. So. Whoa, see? Right there. That's where I get good at it. That end game. It's hard because, I mean, like, if I go h4, you just hit h7 and I'm done for.
H4, so.
Yep. Yeah, as long as I don't play on either of those two squares. I think I have a pretty good shot.
This one, this matters too much right now.
What'd you say?
I don't think this matters too much currently. Invalid move.
Yeah, you can go on either of those squares.
Alright.
Nice. Good game.
Likewise.
How do I get to there we go. Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Time to get sloppy. You can call me Joe. Man, small turnout for Othello tonight. It's just us. Good old silence and solitude. The way it ought to be now.
There are some people there.
That's true. Be pretty cool to invent a game that was still being played 150 years later. It's turned out to be a pretty weird board so far.
Mm-hmm.
F6 looks mighty tasty, Travis. Just do it.
Just can't. Oh, that'd be.
So the dogs that I'm house sitting for, they one of them has like pretty bad anxiety, and so the owner asked me to keep the TV on for most of the time, and I got over there last night and it was just background noise. Excuse you. And there's some oh, excuse you. And there's, you got a third one in there for me? There's it was on like ESPN or something, so it was just kind of mindless commentary. But it was interesting because I don't watch a lot of sports, and I certainly don't watch a lot of commentary. But then at one point, one of this baseball commentator was like, "If you look at me like that again, I'm gonna give you the fingers." And I was like, "Ooh, buddy, this day and age, you better be careful about saying stuff like that on television."
This day and age, you gotta be pretty careful what you say on television, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. Seen that play out too many times. But, I mean, I would even wager that we should be mindful generally of the things that we say. Ooh, that was a good one.
pages.
Yeah, you got that whole. Did not work how I thought it would. Not the end of the world though. Changing some pieces, doing some things out here in the world. We're separated by 1 point right now.
The pressure's on.
Maybe. Maybe not. I think we very well may end up with a board that has a lot of open space where we just can't do anything. We'll see. We'll see.
You're ahead right now. Got all that black up top.
That's true.
That line on the 4.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That leaves me open, so
yeah, it does. I was listening to an interesting NPR program yesterday that was talking about a guy who, I don't know if it was the State Department or Voices of America that sent him. They sent him to like all these different countries to record all of the different music that was played there. They were saying that he made friends with like the Sheikh of Iraq at the time, and he was only supposed to stay for like 3 months or something, and the Sheikh was like, no, we have so much music here, 3 months would never do. And I think he ended up staying like 3 years instead, and they just went everywhere. It's crazy. I was wondering, and I still haven't looked it up, but I need to see how much of that music would be accessible on the internet. Because that, I mean, you could do some really cool stuff with that. Yeah, this turned into a weird board. I mean, I think already from the very beginning we knew it was going to be a goofy one, goofy business. Today dinner, Phoebe, my dog, for those of you watching, was begging at the dinner table. She doesn't like fruits or vegetables. So I held down a piece of watermelon and she smelled it and was like, nah. I ate the watermelon. She's still begging. Held down a second piece of watermelon. Nah. Third piece of watermelon, she's just like, all right, I give up. Just walked away. Classic. Classic, I'll tell you. This is gonna get tricky, folks. Tricky, tricky, tricky. It's still pretty close. There's only a difference of 5 between the two of us right now. Especially as the board starts to get loaded towards the end. I'm going to run into some interesting situations.
Would prefer your position.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, we finally found a game that we can compete. Always good to have something that isn't a shutout.
Yeah, probably could have gone there.
Yeah. You have any dreams last night? Nah. Travis don't do dreams. Nah.
Pretty far behind.
Gotta learn to keep my mouth closed when we stream. I do a lot of just like, I'm thinking about it. Should start incorporating a session where we get some capsation, just a clear liquid capsation, and we get somebody to cut up a bunch of mango. Some of the mango has capsation and other of the mango doesn't. Just eat one piece at a time when it's your turn to play.
Okay.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
should have it, but
I think I get more that way though. Nice.
You want more?
Yeah, I think we can make that work.
Chill until Mike is here.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, Othello. Round 3, fight.
The pressure's off because you've already won 2. So now, even if you lose 1, then it won't matter.
What if we treat each game as its own microcosm?
I think that's what we did the first game.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're getting some pleasing geometric shapes in this episode. Bring it down there. Certainly, certainly, certainly indeed. Ooh.
I can't run out of I don't want to run out of pieces.
What? It's telling me that's an... yeah, that's true. I was getting so excited to turn all of your pieces. Would that be an automatic win? I don't think that could happen. I don't think
it can't happen.
Really? Wow.
You can get cut off. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not...
Probably not super common.
Yeah, it's not that common.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Probably, Mike. Beat me to it now. Oh, that did not work exactly how I expected it to. Should have looked more carefully at the board. Are there any foods that you don't like, Travis? Besides syrup on your waffles? I put syrup on waffles when I mean,
I'll believe it when I see it.
It can just get messy sometimes.
True. Not as good as just butter, is it?
I put a lot of I put I don't really like mayonnaise that much. I'll put some on my a little bit on a sandwich sometimes.
Yeah.
Or sour cream, same. I'll put a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat a little bit sometimes.
Are you a huge dairy fan? Excuse me.
I wouldn't. I mean, I guess cheese and
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me it has to be high quality.
Yeah.
I don't need a ton of dairy otherwise.
At least in Othello, he just beat me 2 games of Othello.
The score right now is...
Well, it's 18-19 for Stones.
Travis is 19. I'm at 18.
Yeah, I like syrup on waffles. I usually...
Ooh, my mom went to Canada recently. She brought back some Canadian maple syrup. I'll tell you what. You know what it tastes like?
What?
Maple syrup.
Makes sense.
Ain't no surprises there.
Got an Othello fan.
Oh, yeah. Sam, look. He likes it. Or they like it.
I had a teacher that their name ended with L-O-E-K.
L-O-E-K. Nice. So what like changes to it? No, maybe not. Been a long time since I've had my Facebook in Dutch.
He was Finnish.
Did
No.
he finish all his
Polish.
lessons?
My bad.
Weird last name for a Pole. Guess he probably just has Polish heritage, though. Think you might get me on this one, Travis. Got a strong upper board right now.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm more of a syrup on my waffles guy as well. I don't know what Travis is going on about.
No, I mean, I put it on when I can. Usually, if I just have it on a paper towel.
Yeah.
Well, it can get kind of messy. Oh, that's a shame, but not.
If it makes you feel any better, it really didn't help me that much to pull that off. Oh, that was so dumb. Yeah, that seems like the wisest choice of the bunch. It's okay though, I got you. See if I can make a little comeback. Ooh. Hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Foods that I don't like. It's a tough one.
Yeah, there aren't many foods that I dislike. Not a huge fan of cheeses that get real stinky. I can handle them up to a point, but if you pull them out of the container and the whole room smells like garbage, or sewage rather, that may be a deal breaker for me. There's really not much else that I like most other things. I don't like meat when it's super gamey, but if you soak it in cold salt water or milk, that usually works out all right. Oh. Well, I misread that one. That's for sure. And that probably would have been a better move. Oh man, I'm about to get thrown out with the dishwater. Abort me, Captain. Man, it's a good thing that I don't do anything important in society. Imagine if somebody important said that. You would just be done for. I mean, obviously, for those of you watching, I say that entirely in jest, but... not too terribly many options right now for either of us from the looks of it, but let's see what we've done. See, the thing is I think I'll be able to pull back a couple more points. I think it's going to be real close, though.
Yeah. It's getting worrisome.
Don't worry some, Travis. Either worry a lot or worry none at all.
So which one? Here, I get one. I guess I couldn't go there.
Yeah, you can't go there. I still don't think it's enough for me to win, though. Oh, man. No kidding. Stole it right out from under your nose. That's how you do it, folks. Finally a game where I don't get destroyed by Travis. But I'm kidding about that, too. We have a pretty good...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A pretty good back and forth on most of these board games. We will be taking a break probably for the next 2 weeks because I am going to work at a summer camp. But we will be back in the fall, in August, and obviously I'm here now, so we're able to do this in person, which changes the time a little bit, but we will be switching back to Central European time. We'll be switching to Belgrade time, so we'll do 8 in the mornings if you're in the eastern part of the US. It will be 2 in the afternoons if you're in Western Europe or Eastern Europe, and you're not far enough for the time change. So you can expect that more in August or September. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. We stream all the time. If you enjoyed what you saw, stop by another time. We always play chess. Lots of chess, lots of other games. We streamed some Mario Kart last night. We streamed some music last week. So always a wild time with MangoTown. Can't plantain, but I sure can papaya.
See you guys soon.
Au revoir.